Welcome back to another video. Got a quick video on what's going on with some of our favorite meme coins. They're not just resting on everything they've done so far. So we're gonna have a quick video to get into all that. Well, today's Wednesday. It has been a crazy day. A lot of crypto stuff going on, not just about our meme coins that we're involved in and what we like, but SEC is at it again, and somebody's got to get it under control. So I don't know if I need to start with a PUTZ of the month or PUTZ of the week, award or something like that. But if something does not get done soon with this yo-yo, I don't know. So for those who haven't heard yet, but saw Bitcoin crashing this morning, again, we can thank this man. Not only does he go after Kucoin, and you're going after a company that's not even based in the United States anymore, or never was, not even doing business in the United States. But yet, since July of 2023, so you're talking about 9 months now, they have started KYC. So this all happened previous to that. And not only that, they already reached a $22 million settlement on things, and now the SEC is going to go after them even more. So that's KuCoin. But now let's go after Coinbase also. And but what's that going to leave us with? One decent exchange, which is crypto.com. I'm not going to say anything positive or negative about them right now. Say that for another video. But at some point, our legislatures that we have elected to represent us here in the United States needs to step in and put this PUTZ in its place, because it's been well documented over and over that these exchanges, along with some of these crypto projects, have asked for the SEC clarity on crypto and on different things related to crypto, and the SEC has repeatedly refused to answer those questions, and then later comes with lawsuits saying they violated those rules, but the SEC didn't give them rules. So I'm not going to get all deep into that, but the last time this all happened several months back, Gary Gensler had to go in front of Congress, and they bashed him on pushing a lot of this crypto stuff out of the United States, pushing these companies out of the United States, and he needs to get a hold of himself, and that has not scared or changed anything. Now, I did a YouTube short on this yesterday, and I had somebody immediately put a message, apparently he doesn't know me well, as if I'm going to bow down, but some kind of asinine message that said, and his comment was, I put on there that something needs to be done with the SEC, and his reply was, something needs to be done with the SEC says every moron that's got rug pulled. Listen, if anybody has followed my channel for more than a month, they've heard me several times say this. Everybody wants decentralized until decentralized things happen. But again, this kind of asinine comment is what I talk about, kind of the same thing with some of these projects, where if you're in this project, you're not allowed to also be in this project. Like it's an all or nothing thing. Just like if I don't like who's the president now, that automatically means I like this other person who's running. No, I can think for myself, and I could possibly not like both of those people. Same thing with this. It's not an absolute all thing. Yes, I'll be the first one to say people want decentralized until decentralized things happen. When SPF and some of these other projects rug pull, something needs to be done. But I also don't think it needs to be the Wild Wild West either. There needs to be a middle ground. And if you think there's nothing wrong with the SEC coming after some of these companies who have asked for clarity and don't get it, and the SEC turns around and sues, look how long this thing's going on with XRP for. It's BS. And something needs to be done with the SEC, but that's not what this video is about. I just want to make sure everybody knows it. And what's going to happen with Coinbase, this isn't going to be one of these click title type videos like I see from some people. Do I think Coinbase is going away? No. Do I think this is going to hurt crypto to a point? Yes. But crypto's worldwide, and that's one of the beautiful things about it. I still think it hurts, and I still think the SEC needs to get wrangled in, and something needs to happen. And again, I'm not here to tell anybody who to vote for. I've told y'all before, I am not hugely impressed with anybody running right now. First, second, third, fourth, fifth party, anything. But this current administration has allowed the SEC to do the stupid stuff they did. So if you support XRP, and if you belong to crypto, period, you should support XRP. You don't have to go buy it. You don't have to say you love XRP, but you should be pulling for XRP with the SEC court hearings going on, because it represents all of crypto. And people need to understand that. I'm not buying XRP. I don't suggest it to people for my own reasons, but you still should be supporting what's going on with them, because what the SEC is doing to them. And it reflects all of crypto, because it becomes a slippery slope. If they get away with it with the XRP deal, they're going to keep pushing and hurting more and more of these projects. That's what it boils down to. And my point I'm getting at is, when you go to the polls this year, end of this year, you remember what administration has allowed the SEC to continuously do this. This administration put that man in charge and has allowed him to stay in charge. Gary Gensler was part of the Obama administration. He worked at Goldman Sachs. He's also served as a CFO for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And then President Joe Biden nominated him to serve as the 33rd chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. He was a member of the Joe Biden Presidential Transition Agency. So, again, I'm not telling anybody who to vote for. Again, I have issues with every person running right now. There's nobody I feel strongly about. But if you also are into crypto and you want to see crypto succeed, you have to take this under advisement. Like, you have to think about this. But when this is what this administration's concerned with, I don't know what more to tell you. Again, we're not worried about the millions of undocumented people coming across that who are bringing who knows what, because yes, I'm not going to get in this big political rant. There are some people coming across the border who truly need help. We have a system set up for that. Again, I ain't worried about who's in this picture. I'm just trying to show you this article from the New York Times. And I just want to bring this up real quick, because I heard this today, and I don't keep up politics like I used to. I'm more into crypto. Years ago, I was very into the politics. But the fact that liberals and Democrats can't believe how low Biden's approval rating is getting with Latinos, and from what I'm reading and what I'm hearing, this is from several different sources, is you had these Latino or Hispanic or Mexican, because that's where they come, some of these immigrants come from. They did it the right way, whether it's through asylum or through proper immigration, and the fact that these doors are wide open and it's allowing anyone to come in freely, they have issue with that. So it's something. This race is going to be very, very curious, like crazy. I wish I could go on vacation till it's over with, because I don't want to get involved in any of it. Some people say this is the only candidate that's truly pro crypto. I've always said they got candidates that always seem to like certain things right before election time that they weren't really into, because people is trying to say Trump is also. And we all can see that Biden is not helping the crypto thing, so we know what side he stands on. But, is this strictly pandering now for support? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't like any of them, but my whole rant about this is something needs to happen with the SEC, and I don't know which candidate is going to fix that. I don't know. It's something you need to be aware of. All right. So what we're here for today is about CULO, Big Red, or big memes that we've been pushing. And, one question I have is, at what point, and especially right now, that memes are so high, meme coins are so high right now, so exciting and everything else. But at what point does a meme become an actual utility? To me, and again, I'm old school. I've been in crypto, 2015, 2016, 2017. Memes were always like a Doge where there's zero projects behind it. Doge had the original people who founded it, they abandoned it. and there's no other projects that were at that time, you know, coming out dealing with it. Then you have Sheeb that comes along. Sheeb was always considered a meme coin, but then they talk about doing these exchanges and doing projects and stuff like that. So why is it still considered a meme? Because to me, when something has a project, it's no longer a meme coin. There's actually a goal and there's a project that you're working towards. And I'm kind of like that right now with CULO. CULO has finally released its CULO swap. And, you know, and when you read the roadmap, they talk about, you know, everything they plan on doing and coming out with a CULO swap. And they have officially released their CULO swap. Here it is. And you can also swap for other coins also. So is it still considered a meme? I mean, to me, it has a project behind it. I don't, you know, it says it's a viral meme with a purpose. So is that what it is? Y'all know I've been really big on CULO from the beginning. I don't know how I stumbled upon it. A couple people involved in it early on, you know, and I was lucky. You know, I got into it somewhere around here at this 0.050, 5 zeros and a 2. And look, when I was up here, that's an increase that I saw that I have really never experienced. I've heard stories about it, you know, and I've never been involved in that kind of increase. And it was, you know, 2,000, 2,100%, something like that increase, 2,100%. I've never been involved in that before. And let me tell you, for some reason, look, I've never put a lot of money into these memes. For some reason I did this time. And I put several hundred in right here. And when I saw, when it was up here, what that portfolio looked like, I had all kinds of ideas dancing in my head. Then it came down to here. And then I'm like, I did it again. I did it again without walking away from the table like I do at roulette. And this was at 0.0001. You can't see it because of my stuff in the way. But, you know, it goes up and goes down, comes up. And now it's kind of this sideways thing. So CULO had their CULO karate thing last week in Cancun. Big, huge success, all kinds of stuff. They had billboards and different things all over the place. And I'm thinking, oh, man, you know, now that that's over with, what's going to happen now? So, you know, that was all right here. And then it comes down and I'm thinking, oh, well, it was fun while it lasted. At least I'm still up. And then it does this again. And I'm like, oh, all right, we're going back. Then it's back down here again. So, you know, I keep watching their Twitter. They're still hitting stuff. I mean, they're not resting after this thing. You know, they got a new partner with EMG bullish news and stuff like that going on. 2 days ago, you still had George talking about it. Somewhere on here, I wanted to show how much burns they've done. They're actually, I mean, even though this is not a super duper high market cap, you know, you start at 1 trillion and total supply, but they've burned several billion already. I've seen those images. They show you how much they're burning and stuff like that. So this has come down. I'm just surprised that this market cap ranking, for the amount of money going through it, I'm just kind of surprised. Volume has come down a lot. You know, here's Big Red. Big Red is them two are kind of partners. Big Red, that's on the AVAX chain. CULO, which is on Polygon chain. But, you know, they got billboards that were up. And this is in Vegas. So both of them are getting, you know, they're not resting. I don't know. We know everything right now is down with the market. This is Bitcoin and everything's come down. You know, me and my friends at work this morning are watching this live as this comes down. And that's a pretty healthy dump, you know, 71,800 down to 68. That hurt. And it's still kind of still going down. But I still think, And y'all know I'm biased. None of this is financial advice. I say it all the time. Y'all saw the image when y'all first got here. But I still think Big Red and CULO, because it's very few meme coins on both of those blockchains. I think they still got a decent way to go. Like I said, CULO's got their exchange going, and there's a lot of marketing going on. So, putting tattoos on people, fighting with tattoos on them. He did announce that CULO swap is live. So I still think CULO, it's still got a ways to go, or at least some correction going on. I did say, for those who have been paying attention, I have said that where before I said that I'm riding CULO and Big Red all the way to the moon, I might be. I tell you all the time, crypto's fluid. How I feel today could be changed tomorrow. That's why I said this is financial advice. This is what I'm doing. Don't follow it. Just watch me make an idiot of myself. But what I'm gonna say is, I'd like to see Bitcoin, correct back to. I got a new cooking video out. I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. But I'd like to see Bitcoin come back up here, because you had Solana coming up, and you had NATIX coming up. You had AVAX coming up. So I would like to see these two meme coins. WIF was up to 340. I got back in at 75 cents. Big Red still hovered in this 11, 12 range. Comes down, comes up, comes down, comes up. That's another one I got into at 0.0002. My point I'm getting at with rambling on is, at some point, I have to start taking profits. Y'all know I'm working on a meme coin. I got a team kind of behind me. We been chatting about a lot of this offline. I just want to make sure I do it right. And I'm putting my own funds in as of right now, unless something changes, my own funds for initial liquidity, my own funds to create the coin. It costs several Solana to get all that done. I'm planning on doing it. I'm taking a risk because that's the kind of person I am. Some people say I'm idiots for that, because that's not how it's supposed to work, but I don't care. I can't ask people to support my meme project if I'm not willing to support it myself. And I need the liquidity. Y'all know I'm trying to finish a computer at my house and my YouTube studio. I want all that done also for my meme coin. And what I'm even up at this point, from 0.00, like 5 zeros in a 2, now it's at 4 zeros in a 2. That's still a pretty decent chunk of profits. I can take my initial out with a little bit extra, have a moon bag, as Wendy O calls it. I can still pull my initial out of WIF and have a moon bag and some profits. I can still pull my profits out of Big Red. And that would give me enough money to do most of that stuff. I don't know yet. But I also worry that I took WIF out at 43 cents. I got in that nonsense, put in 43 cents, and I thought I was doing great. And I showed somebody earlier, because Exodus will show you what the transaction was then versus what it is now. And it was like, I don't even want to say it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars more if I would have left that money in there and read it. So everybody plays this game. We talk about these crypto projects, especially this bull market. We want to sit profits. But like me and my buddy talk about, you don't know when the top's going to be. So how do you know when to sit profits? Because you have that factor that deep inside that I don't want to start pulling this out, because it's a magnifying effect. If I got 20,000 coins and that price keeps going up, 20,000 coins keeps going up in value. If I pull 5,000 coins out, now it's only 15,000 coins going up in value. Yes, some people play it safe and they get their initial out. It's something that, is causing me to ramble on. But for right now, Big Red, also, I talked about this one the other day, and I told y'all I was not ready to, even though I had a lot of people pushing me to this, because it's on Solana and all the stuff like that. I've seen a good amount of people talk about it, especially even some of the guys from CULO and Big Red. And I moved a little bit of my IoT for the day or two off my helium miners into this. So, I might have 30, 40 bucks in it, maybe the most. And since Friday, it has come down. I think I got in at like 6 or 7 cents. It's down to 5. And I'm probably just going to pull mine out, take my loss, and lick my wounds and put it back in the Sol or something like that, because I need all the Sol I can get. So here's a Solana meme coin that you know, after that initial kind of push, it hasn't really done much. You know, this is March 14th. Yeah. So just I wanted to go over tip just because I don't want people to think that that I mentioned it and it, you know, I don't want to talk about it. But again, that's why I said this was something I was kind of looking at, but I was not ready to call it my meme of the month. Technically my meme of the month has been CULO and Big Red, and I'm 5 for 5 on my memes. I have not checked this one in a while, so let's see how much of a fool I make of myself. So Miro, 24 cents. I think I called this one in January, maybe January, February, or something like that. So technically I'm up. I'm up a pretty decent bit. You know, I called it in January when it was on its way up. I want to say it was like 8, 12 cents. I don't know. I was down here. I thought I didn't make it. You know, I thought I was going to be bad as my meme of the month. And, you know, at one point it was up to 40 cents. I don't have any more Miro. I cashed it in for something else. But that was one of my other ones. So on my other channel, I wanted to go over this just real quick. Remind y'all, I got another channel, Grumpy Dad Outdoors. On top of everything else I'm trying to do. Trying to build this one up a little bit also. I had to split my cooking videos up with a new channel because my algorithm wouldn't go up until I got rid of these and just strictly talked about crypto. I had to donate for a fundraiser or for a good cause. I did a apostoliah for my daughter's softball team. They had a party for everybody after, and I got voluntold by my wife that we were doing a apostoliah. So I did a 5-pound apostoliah. There's a link in the description for that channel, Grumpy Dad Outdoors. I have some other cooking videos. I have cooking videos on hold. I just hadn't even processed yet. Because you know, everybody wants to know the exact recipe, so I have to sit there and type every little thing that I put in it. That takes time. Y'all know I don't have time. Also, the reason I bring this up also is we're making profits right now. Again, none of this is financial advice. It's definitely not tax advice. I'm going to say that again. This is not tax advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I don't know how y'all do your taxes. I don't even know what countries y'all in to do your taxes. But if you need a good nonprofit to donate some money to possibly help you to offset some taxes, at the end of this video, and I'll have a chapter, you know, set up for it that you can see. I'll talk about one of my good friends of mine who's in the crypto with me. I'm 48 years old, and I've been best friends with him since 2nd grade when we lived in New Orleans together. We moved at the same time out in New Orleans, stayed friends, played football with him, still play fantasy football with him. Good friend of mine. I talk to him every day about crypto, every day. And he had a tragedy in his life he had to deal with. So his daughter passed away. Very unfortunate. She was an angel. And I have a link to the website for her scholarship fund. They give scholarships to some of the local high schoolers that need it. And I help sponsor. They have a race for her. I give donations for that. And I also try to pass it on to anybody who might want to donate. There's a PayPal link. They're a nonprofit. So again, depending on what your tax person says, if you need a good nonprofit, that's a very great cause. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna talk about this in a couple other videos, just because I'm a very strong supporter of them. There's some great people, and it's very unfortunate what happened to them, and it's something that you'll never get over, the loss of a child. And I could never imagine what they had to go through. And I will say that I tell him and remind him all the time that even though we can't take back, and we don't know why God has does some of the things he does and the meaning behind it, but what it does do is help, at least for me, become a better parent, because it makes me kind of slow down and appreciate more things that I probably wouldn't appreciate it as much if some kind of tragedy like this didn't happen. You know, when there's different milestones that my kids do, especially my daughter, just because, you know, it was his daughter. It affects me sometimes. I have to watch. Sometimes I'll start breaking down a little bit around my daughter and stuff like that. And I text them and I tell them, you know, I'm thinking about them just because I'm doing something with my daughter and, you know, stuff like that. So see, I'm not grumpy all the time, despite what my title says, but I'll have a link for this if y'all even, you know, if y'all need something to donate to and stuff like that. It's a good cause that the money goes to, like I said, a good thing. So that's it for this video. It's another one of these videos that I meant to do a 5-minute video on CULO, and y'all saw what it turned into. Y'all should know me. Y'all should know this by now about me. I can have an outline right here of what I want to talk about, and it's only going to be a 5-minute CULO and Big Red thing for 5 minutes. And who knows how long this video is by the time I finish editing it. You know, talked about apostolize and scholarships and presidents. And I really wish there was a letter E for none of the above. It is what it is. So thank y'all. I got another video to go work on now. I got a hold of I hacked BitHarvest. Don't tell them I told y'all that. I hacked BitHarvest, got a hold of their firmware to test out that ain't released yet, and I'm not supposed to say nothing. Oops. So I'm going to test it out, and I'm going to do a video on it real quick, even though I'm not supposed to. Just don't tell them. Don't tell them anything. I know I'm high on some BitHarvest with some of these healing monitors, but I'm going to go put it through its paces and see what happens. So y'all have a good one. Kiss y'all families. And even if you're religious or not, if you're not, I'm sorry, but you know, you still got to thank God for what you have in life. So thank y'all. Have a great evening.